So we saw The Predator, directed by Shane Black, and now we're going to really talk about it in length and detail, full of spoilers and all kinds of good stuff in our discussion video here. So first of all,
let's start toward the beginning.
Yes, I want to
let's just go chronologically.
Exactly.
Here.
As I said before, this movie gets dumber as it keeps going on.
Totally.
Now, it opens up with a space battle. I've never seen the Predators, the battle with their ships. I was cool. I was like, yay, okay.
Very quick.
Yeah, very quick. They open up like a rift in space, and they
teleport through it, and they're like on Earth. Title pops up, boom.
Right, Predator, and then he's fighting in the jungle. I'm like, yes, just like the original. I'm like, I'm all right. I'm into this, and I'm thinking, where are you thinking? Where's it going to go? He's in the jungle. He's got to survive in the jungle. All right, and he crashes, and he grabs some alien tech, and he throws it in his backpack, and he leaves.
He gets into a quick scuffle. With the Predator,
and then it jumps to something else that you don't care about. And then it jumps to something else. Like the first 10 minutes of the movie, you're seeing 4 different stories, and it doesn't give you enough time to actually focus on. You don't know who the main character is. You have no idea. You're like, wait, is that guy, or is it that kid, or is it the lady? Who's the main character here? Who should I be really worried about? There's so many side stories to it, and they jump to them way too quick that it completely throws you off, and the pacing just suffers from it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. So they get into they interview him, or they interrogate the guy.
Pretty crappy interrogation scene.
And they basically are going to put him on a loony bus with
a
bunch of other guys that are 2 other guys had like killed their own officers.
Right.
I don't know, just a bunch of crazy guys.
Right.
So they're there, and they're going to transport him out, and they bring him back to the facility. Oh, because Olivia Munn is...
Yes. She's a biologist.
She's a biologist that's going to study hybridization.
Right, but even though... I don't know why they called her, because she sent a letter to the president as a child saying that she wanted to find aliens.
No, but then she said she wrote...
some book
she wrote like a big thesis statement or something that was about this hybrid genetics or something. So she wants to talk to the main guy. What's his name? I cannot remember the main character's name.
I can't either. McLean.
It's not McLean, but we'll call him McLean.
It's McLean. It doesn't matter.
So they get the main character, McLean, and they bring him to this science place. He's on the loony bin. Predator breaks out.
Ooh.
But meanwhile, the guy's son has all of his stuff, and the kid's using it. And they kind of like establish that the kid is...
autistic or not autistic.
Yeah.
More along the lines of what would you call it?
Well, they say like he's on the spectrum.
Right. So they say he
has some sort of autism, and he's able to like use the alien tech,
which was absurd. And as soon as they started with that,
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Remember when the hybrid alien? We're just going to jump forward real quick.
Okay.
Like goes into the house and busts through the floor, kills all the cops and all this stuff.
Yeah.
The alien tech was on the TV.
Yes.
Where was it plugged into?
I have no idea.
Because he took the arm thing and he took the helmet.
Yes.
So why was there alien tech all over the place?
I have no idea.
I thought I missed something.
Why?
Thought, maybe Dave picked up on this one.
Dave only picked up that this was a silly, absurd movie. I'm not saying like kids can't be good actors or kids can't be used in plots, because they can. If you've ever seen The Nice Guys, she's a great actress that fits with the story, okay? But this kid should not have been in this movie whatsoever. It made it so corny. Like, who are you trying to appeal to? The 8-year-old who wants to go see people's heads get ripped off and intestines start falling out?
They may have been able to make it work.
It didn't work, though.
They may have been able to make it work if the story was smarter.
It's
the
not.
whole thing was
I don't know who they're...
The Predator that came down, the reason there was a space fight...
He's in the tech lab, and this was my favorite part of the movie. When he's in the lab, they're all like experimenting on him and whatnot. Like, look, an alien, wow, cool. Or look, it's a predator. And I did like the part where they're like, well, technically it's not a predator, because predators hunt for, actual...
Cool.
He's just hunting for fun.
Yeah, that was smart.
So he's more of a game hunter. I get it. Ha, ha, ha. If that was the only joke of the movie, I would have been totally fine with that. I get the pun on it. And they also did a get to the choppers... because the motorcycle.
Yeah, like they're
okay, cute. I like it. You can deal with that. Whatever. It's But in the lab, the Predator gets out, and then he starts just wrecking shop. And yeah, he picks up a gun. He just starts going crazy with people. And I'm like,
cool. It says he's
this
smart.
is cool. He's awesome. He's an alien. But what pissed me off about the movie, 100%, the first one, the alien, the Predator, was, he's mysterious. You don't see him through most of the movie. You know he's there. You know he's an alien just by... they don't ever say it. The guys, Arnold and the rest of them. But you just know as the viewer. And the movie does an excellent job kind of telling you, hey, these are lasers going off and this guy's got cloaking device. You know what's up. You know he's an alien. He's here hunting people for fun. You get it. But this one I had to be like, no. They're actually not hunting for fun. They're hunting for our spines to tap spinal fluid out of there so they can get our DNA and they can hybrid.
It was to make the ultimate thing.
Why do you need to go that route? Why can't you just have, hey, it's here hunting us because it's fun and it really wants to hunt these people and it's trapped and it's... Or they're going to take over the planet.
They made the story out to be...
You
it was a global warming.
Yeah.
It was basically in 2 generations, we're not going to be here anymore because we're going to kill our planet. So
and then it'll be hot enough for them and they're going
to take over the planet. And I was like, okay.
That's the point?
That's the whole plot. Like that, and it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the guy just says, "Oh no, imagine this,"
and he knows somehow. He knows all about them.
But then it's never about that anymore. It's just about getting this thing to protect the planet from them.
Yeah, and
that was like completely put off to the side.
Like all of a sudden, the government just knows everything there is to know about these guys, and they're like, "Well, we found one in '87."
And I was cool with.
But why? How you know the guy's plot? You know he's a traitor, and you know they're like you're just making all these grand leaps because the story's so ill told that they just automatically had to fill you in on the plot because
the main guy, not the good guy, the
bad guy,
the main bad guy,
the antagonist. I guess he was. I'm not sure who was the main antagonist,
but he seemed to be more of a plot device to be able to just be like, oh, here's what happened.
Yeah, he's just explaining everything going on.
He goes in, well, this guy was a traitor. He was sent here to kill him. Like, what? How do you know?
And they're translating the alien stuff like, where? And that was the best part about the first one is that the alien was mysterious. It's another world thing.
And I was
the vision's all messed
fine
up,
with
and
them.
It's cool that way.
I was perfectly fine with them referencing all past movies.
Yeah, totally fine with that.
Hey, all right. Like, that's cool. Like, at least they know they exist. Oh, they're back. But
yeah, you kind of get the idea of like, hey, these things come down. They hunt us.
It should have been more of a simple story, honestly.
Yeah, it has to be. We're going to save the world.
They tried to do more to it, and especially you can tell they're trying to do more because at the very end, I gotta bring it up. I gotta bring it up.
Just kill it.
At the very end, the scene right before the credits, it's like a couple minutes, and this 10, 12-year-old kid is working for the military now using the alien tech. It's stupid, but whatever. And
another word I'm going to use for
the hero, he comes in and he's in his full military uniform and like captain, and so they found the thing that the Predator brought to Earth to save
Earth. Why does he want to save Earth?
Because when
I don't know.
When
he
the
likes
big
hybrid
Predator came and blew up the ship, there was a failsafe that allowed this thing to...
You didn't see it. There was no plot point in the movie where it said,
anyway,
look, it's going to
take
take off.
This thing pops open, and it's like this little hover... I don't even know what it looks like. A little craft.
Yeah, I thought it was an alien at first.
It looked like there was something inside of it.
Like I thought it was like the xenomorph alien.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it.
That's what I thought they were going to go with, and I'm like, all right, the movie's redeemed itself a little. It actually wasn't here to save us. It was here to kill us.
It goes onto the scientist's arm. It transforms him into this. It looks exactly like a Predator, except he's got like massive.
It's like a hybrid of
Iron Man, multiple arm cannons.
Yeah. Iron Man and the Predator morphed into one.
It was. It was an Iron Man Predator.
Yes.
And it's like, and then it shows all this crazy tech that it has for quick 5 seconds, and then it goes back down, transforms back down into the ship and into the little armband and falls to the floor. So that our main hero goes, oh,
I hope they make
it in a 44 long because that's going to be my suit. And it ends, and I just thought, total corny. I mean, just total corniness, cornball.
Like, can you imagine? Like take the original, the original Predator, and then put that scene into it, and it would ruin the entire
Arnold
movie.
At the end of it. I mean, this has nothing on the original, but
no, not even close. Like it doesn't even have the same feel to it. It doesn't have the same. That's what angered me so. Walking into that theater going,
that was very eye-rolling. Very eye-rolling.
It was corny, cheesy, weird, hokey. Like, who was your audience for this? Were they trying to get all the comic book people? I don't want to see that. The reason I'm sick of comic book movies is because they're not rated R. It's because people's heads don't get blown off because it doesn't seem real enough. Predator seemed real. That's what made it so awesome, was like, you put yourself in that situation. It seemed like it was actually happening. This was so corny. And at the freaking end, I'll tell you what really ticked me off the most. I'm going to go rant real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, the little orb that cloaks people. I'm fine with that in the beginning. I'm like, all right, it's cool tech. I get it. Whatever. It will come in handy as a plot.
Oh, I know
I get it.
Too.
And then, see, he's on the ship, and then he crashes it, and Olivia Munn's watching, and the ship's like 2 miles out, right? It's going. And then she somehow sees a guy fall off of it from 2 miles away.
This ship was going for a while.
Yeah, she's going for a while. Then she crashes, right? I mean, pretty quickly. It's not like
the ship crashes.
And then he's fighting the Predator one-on-one, and then Olivia Munn uses the cloaking device and jumps down on top of the Predator, which she's out of nowhere. I'm like, wait a minute. So you telling me within a 5-minute period, she found the little orb on the ground because it just got thrown off, got herself all the way down there into position, and then ready to jump on top of it.
That's not even the dumbest part. The dumbest part is that they had already established that they've fired about 1,000 bullets into this thing.
Yes.
They've lit it on fire. They've stabbed it. They have done literally everything to this thing.
And then suddenly,
I haven't heard it one bit.
No. And then she jumps on top of it.
She sits on top of it and starts, I don't know, stabbing it. Shooting it. Shooting it.
Yeah.
And then he shoots it and like breaks off one of its little fang things. I thought, you got to be kidding me. You just shot 1 million bullets into this thing with like a whole platoon of guys.
Yeah.
And you're telling me nothing. Oh, like that was dumb. Like all of a sudden you guys can just beat it. And then they activate the shields and it cuts its arm off. And then he picks up the... come on. It was just so... There was nothing... Well...
It was Limburger cheese. It just stunk cheese. It wasn't... I don't understand
when
who
I can
wrote
think
this.
of these things as it's happening in the movie going, what?
Yeah, it's not like you see this a day later and you're like, actually, that didn't make much sense.
No,
this is while it's happening
I didn't have to analyze it. I could
break.
just go, oh, jeez.
Like, this is... It just got beyond... It.
Pick
the corniest movie you could come up with, and this is right along the lines. It did not... One, I don't know why it's rated R besides the point of all the violence and the language. It's like, you expect going into an R-rated movie, you're like, okay, this is for adults. It's going to be a little more mature, a little darker. I get it because kids aren't watching it.
Always expect that from
But you kind of feel that for the most part. I mean, Deadpool's an exception, okay? Deadpool, it's rated R because of all the stuff in it, and it has the same comic booky feel. But Deadpool's not even close to being as silly as this.
It was just still really violent.
My point is, the tone you expect to be more serious and less hokey.
I'm with you on that.
This was like,
I'm with you on
if you take the language and the blood out and all the violence, it would be a perfect kids movie. Like teenagers would love this. They'd be like, "Oh, look, they're gonna get the alien. Oh, the alien doesn't like us. It's gonna try to save the world."
I don't think they like the look of the Predator too much. But, well, anyway, I gotta bring up the dogs.
Oh, for freaks.
So, I don't know if in the past movies, I'm not sure because I'm not well versed enough on the Predator movies. Have there been dogs?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%.
Okay. So they're dogs. The Predator brought dogs with him.
Yes.
And it was...
Basically, the giant pit bulls with the same dreadlocks as the alien. And
so stupid. So they kill one, and then the other one, the guy goes up and he shoots
it in the head.
Shoots something. I don't know. I thought he shot something into its head.
I think he just shot it. I think he just point blank.
So then maybe he just shot it. I mean, point blank. And the dog, all of a sudden, this Predator dog just is like kind of like...
we're friends now.
Yeah. His senses are all like messed up.
If they had to say... fetch one more time, I was going to walk out.
Yeah, and then the dog's like, he just shows up toward the end, like he's following him, and then they have him fetch, and but he winds up being a plot device. So basically, he comes and he like throws up a grenade on the ground, and then she grabs a grenade,
the more
and
I think about this movie, the more I hate it.
Yeah, but it was just like they didn't need the dogs in the movie.
No,
they could have gotten through. Basically, we need to find my son because he has all the gear. They go to get the son, and the Predator shows up. They run to the school. You don't need the dogs. You never needed the dogs in there.
Why
the army already tracked them down?
What kills me is
and toward the end of the movie. So why do they need the dogs?
Why do you need dogs in the first place? It's alien. I'm fine with the guy having little minions.
That actually brought down
have them weird looking and something that's like not a dog with alien dreadlocks. They look
like large pit bulls.
Yeah, with an alien makeover.
That's all it was.
Like
it was just,
what?
Yeah. A lot of corniness. There was some cool stuff. I will say some positive things.
Okay.
Because I've been ripping into it, but there was a lot of cool kills.
Yes, there were.
I mean, a lot of cool Predator parts. The acting was fine. Acting was fine. Some of the humor was good. Some
parts I laughed
at. I wish they had kind of contained the humor to
it didn't need
just a couple characters. Problem is, it was. Every character was a quip machine. Didn't need that. It's come on. Like when you have Key, it's like
let him. Yeah, let him do it.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. That's what he's there for.
And Thomas Jane and Key, they die at the end.
Right,
and
they shoot each other. At the same time.
I literally laughed at that. I thought, oh come on.
So how do you
I didn't know the timing? Is that supposed to be emotional?
Let me shoot you. And
he's pinned to a tree in the air. He just got his intestines ripped out, and they just both
Why shoot each other? Why not just go? Well, been fun. No, but let me shoot you, my best friend.
I thought that was just. I think they were trying to pull something emotional from it, and
they were trying, and they failed.
And at the very end, after they kill the Predator, they have a handkerchief full of
all the stuff,
items that remind them of each of the guys. Like nobody else will remember these guys, and let's put them to rest. Like, okay, but is that supposed to be a very meaningful thing? I don't know. I wouldn't watch it again, but there was some decent stuff in the movie. But
like I said, I would rewatch.
A lot of it came down to the story. And it came down to weird editing.
Bizarre editing. I will say I was very entertained by all the Predator scenes when he's killing humans. They needed more of that in the movie because that's the way it should have been. But
I'm fine with the hybrid coming in.
I'm fine with a better hey, these are the small almost if you could have the story say
it's kind of what it's supposed to be.
If you could have the story saying, hey, these aren't really full grown predators. The ones that have been hunting you, they're just out here for practice. These are the guys that will really screw you up. That would have been cool. But no, it's we're hybridizing and we're evolving and we're oh come on, give me a break. How come you can't just have these guys down there hunting people?
Because they needed something
and trying
different.
To survive.
They've already had 2 movies.
You don't need something different
that take place on Earth, jungle, and then the second one was the city.
The city, yeah, with Danny
Glover.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's fine. It was a good movie.
And then they had AVP, which was in the Antarctic or something.
It was stupid. Was them fighting aliens.
That was really bad. So they needed something else besides just a normal predator. I mean, that was kind of the whole. It was we need to up it.
I'm fine with that, but the story, the whole idea of let's save the world, and then the predator killer at the end was absolutely asininely stupid.
That was very stupid.
What, Shane Black, what were you thinking? And reading that and going, it'll work.
But the weird thing about that is the predator killer. Why would that have been made in the first place on their planet? Didn't he bring it from their planet?
So is he the scientist now? And this little guy is going to be the one who goes around and, I'm going to make a predator killer.
I don't know why that was ever made. The Predator would never want that. That.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. That was weird to me.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And now this is going to be. I guess there's going to be an invasion. The next one will be Predator: The Invasion or something. They won't make another one because this is going to tank.
The thing about Predator is that it was about this creature that could hunt, and it was nice because it gained respect. It never gained respect for anybody in this, which it's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the first one it didn't because Arnold wiped it out. Second one, Danny got some respect.
Yes, he did. He's oh wow, you're actually a worthy adversary. I get that.
I think that happened in AVP. I didn't see Predators.
No, in AVP, a few years ago. I didn't see that either. In AVP, the whole thing of it's honored, you get respect.
AVP 2, did you see that one?
No. Why would I waste my time? I shouldn't waste my time with the first.
That had
AVP.
some really good kills in it, though.
Right.
Comical, laughing. It was entertaining.
I guess the idea of the first one is that the human is supposed to be the apex of predators, right? And that we use our tools to be the top predator, okay? And this, it's oh, no, here's something that's humanoid, but its tools are way superior than yours. Now this is the apex predator, and you have to go survive that. That's the idea of the first one in a jungle setting. What's the idea of this one?
Well, it jumps around. It kind of takes bits from everything. So it takes bits from the jungle, takes bits from the like a suburban area, and then it adds like almost like with the weird ship and flying through the air, and they're getting cut in half by the shield, and they all like, what's going on here? It felt like that part felt very much like AVP-ish to me. So it almost grabbed stuff from other movies, which isn't a good thing.
That's
what I meant. Where it was like, what is going on? Yeah,
I get it's frustrating. It's frustrating because when I saw the trailer, I thought, okay, and we're back to a new Predator movie. This looks dark and scary and all right. I mean, the first one's kind of like a horror movie in a way. I mean, you're suspenseful. This is a nightmare. And look, I did find it entertaining. I was entertained throughout the movie. Yeah, some things were funny. The Predator scenes were awesome. I liked the alien itself. I think it's cool. So that's why I have to give it a 6 and go, okay, it really was entertaining, as silly as it was. But it angers me because it had so much potential, and it was just poorly written, poorly executed, poorly acted, and just to rant on Olivia Munn's character. Okay, so she's a scientist, a biologist, or whatever, and somehow, the Predator escapes. You know what? I want to grab a trank gun. I'm going to run and cross the roofs.
I feel like Olivia Munn is always thrown into a movie and she's worthless.
She's
like
totally
X-Men Apocalypse. What a terrible.
I don't. She doesn't belong in Hollywood. I mean, they keep shoving her down our throats. They're like, I really don't want to see.
Somebody else could have fit that role much better. But
yeah, I don't think she's not even that attractive. But that's beside the point. She's like this. I mean, if she was
she's
like
not believable in the part.
No, if they said, "Oh, she's ex-military," whatever. Like she's keeping up with these guys who've been in the military for years. You're going,
where
I don't believe this is.
She gets out. And she has to get out. She has to decontaminate herself. She rips all her clothes off. You know, she's just like huddled down in a corner, and then he comes out and looks at her, and she's just like,
"Don't kill me."
I'm thinking I would be crapping my pants.
Yeah, this thing just like annihilated people.
She wasn't shaking or just like anything. She just was like,
"Don't stare at me." And then again, why did the Predator leave? He's like, "Oh, hi," and then leaves. Like that's not his character.
I guess he didn't think it was a threat, but it's not. Yeah,
I get. He would have just been like, "Whatever."
It would have been great if he'd been like, "Whoop," just blew
her head off.
Like, you need to like kill people off little by little. That's
just wasn't believable of her somehow being this badass. And you're like, you didn't. If she had said, "Oh, I was in the military for this many years," or "I had this," okay, you're like, oh, "Okay, so you've been in this situation." No, I've been in a classroom for the past 20 years. Yeah, you'd be peeing yourself. It's just not believable. That again. Tone difference between the first one where these guys are literally peeing themselves because there's a hunter out there skinning people alive and ripping out their spines, and these are the toughest dudes on the planet, and they're freaking out, and here you are, there's an alien that's just murdering people left and right. I'm going to go hunt it with a tranquilizer gun.
All right, this brings me up to a point. This will be my final point because
I can rant about this for hours.
So if this Predator brought the Predator killer.
Yes, with him.
Okay. Why was he trying to kill everybody? If he wanted to save help mankind out. I just realized this.
He needed both his techs so he could
But why?
Do what? I don't know.
Well, because he could find the ship?
Yes.
Why didn't he get up and he just stand there and like try to communicate and be like, "Look, I'm trying to give you something." I don't know. It just felt kind of funny that now that I think about it, he's trying to kill them all, wipe them all out, and just murder everybody. I thought you were trying he's trying to give them this thing that will help to protect them.
Why do it in the first place? Like, what's he?
And it shows that they are intelligent, so it's not like he
picked up a gun,
animal just trudging through, killing everybody. No.
Again, that's the great part about the original is like this thing's smarter than I am.
It just clicked. So
it was. I can't. I'm so exasperated by this crap.
I'm sure they'll make another one, and
please don't.
Well, if this one does well, they'll probably do one in a few years. But if not, you're looking probably 5-6 years down the road before they come up with another idea where it'll be in space or something. I don't know.
Look, I'm fine with that. Why don't you do a Predator movie that's like 200 years from now, and we're in space, and we have to come across them, or why aren't we at war with them? That would be awesome. Why didn't you have that kind of movie of like, hey,
I don't want
instead of one,
I don't want an Independence
now there's like 15
Day
of them, and they're coming down here, and they want to get like. Find a bunch of them. Maybe get out a bunch of guys and go at them. But this was just I could come up with a million ideas rather than this crap.
You come up with a million, but maybe only one good one.
Well, okay, I at least come up with one better one than this. I can't fathom what they thought writing this and going, yeah, this is the tone we're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm fine with a couple of funny remarks here and there, but it made me just blech. Very disappointed.
That's about how I feel about it.
It was at least it had some action scenes where I was like, okay, I'm laughing, I'm enjoying this. So it's a bittersweet movie, and that's why I'm just all over the place with my rating. But because it's entertaining, and that's why we go see movies in the first place, is for pure entertainment. I have to give it was at least mildly entertaining. It wasn't painful to watch. Mm-hmm. So there's our review and discussion of The Predator.
Yeah.
Love you, Chris.
I love you, Dave.